Okay, got the frames all done, got the sides of the coupler box formed, and I got, as you can see here, I got one of the KD number 803 coupler boxes in. And what I do for these is I just modify them a little bit by sanding the sides flat so those bumps don't stick out. And I also I like to take off that little ledge on mine. I like them to sit flush on the front. And the distance I had here from the face of this board to the front of the coupler pocket here was 0.2 inches, and or I'm sorry, 0.18 inches, and this is 0.2 back here. And if that all works out and you've got your coupler box just right, when this is slid in here and all the way stopped back, the hole for that screw should be centered inside inside the board on the end here. So when you drill that hole will actually go up inside here a little bit. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it here on this one, that you can't see the screw inside the board there yet. It's screwed all the way in. Those are pretty long screws. That would have gone, we can hold that here. That would have easily gone all the way through the coupler box there. So I drill those carefully so it goes right down the center. If you do make an error, obviously it's nice to error on the inside than to error on the outside. So if you're drilling in that, I just use the pin vise with the drill. Drill carefully. You know, even if you have to tip it back a little bit, that's okay, but just try to, a few turns, it goes real slow. Basswood drill is really easy. and then your couplers mount up just like that. Excuse me. Daylight saving times ended this week, and here in Minnesota now it's 4:45 a.m., which feels like 3:45 a.m. right now. So it's a little hard to get working, but anyways, what we're going to do now is we're going to flip the car over, and we're going to start building up the end sheets here. And to do that, we excuse me again. We're going to use the HO scale 8x8s, and we're going to basically cut a piece that's pretty much like this, except for it's going to be 45 the other way on that end. You can use the drawing and just cut out 8 identical pieces, 4 for this end and 4 for this end. Of course, I made another jig for that. This is from Shapeways. It's actually one of my favorite little jigs here I made. The way it works is I just slide in the 8x8, that piece of fuzz out of there, stick it a little past the other side, slice it off, and then pick it out of there. And there I have my so we got to go ahead and make 8 of those, and then we'll get them inside the car. Okay, I got all my pieces cut out for the slope sheet in here, and you can see I got the ones already in the one end there. The way I put those in is usually just poke them on the back with an X-Acto knife, and then I put a little spot of glue on each end, and then we just start in one end of the car here. It's really kind of awkward doing that with this camera on the desk, but so that first one goes tight up against the side, and it should be even with the bottom of the side one there. And then we'll do the other side. Again, we'll just poke it in the back. I'll stick that one in there. And the front edge of those should be just at the front edge of that bolster right there. So now we got our two outer ones in there, each side. Now we're going to do the middle ones. Now, I don't really measure these, I just eyeball these into place. But you could easily divide up the area, do the measuring. But I'm going to just turn this side here. What I do is they should go, see if I can tip this right here, right about at that junction of this diagonal board and the bottom of this inner board, and come all the way down, of course, and touch that front edge. So I usually just kind of line it up in there. Get it pretty straight. And push it down in there. And do the same for the other side here. Okay, we got all those braces inside there, and next thing we're going to do is we're going to build the center slope sheet braces. Now, you do these a few different ways. You have that drawing. You'll see that I dimensioned it out right there. If you're building a non-operating car and you want this to look good, I would build it up all out of the HO scale 8x8s, just as shown here, and you'll build 4 of those. You put one on each end here, and then evenly space the next 2 in the middle here. If you're building this as an operating car, you only need them on the ends. You'd only need 2 of them because we need to leave the center open for the motor. Now you can build them just like this shown here, just like it's shown in the drawing here for the non-operating or for the operating car, and it'll work fine. Or you could use that balsa wood I was pointing out earlier, where you could just trace that pattern out and then just cut that shape out of balsa wood. Now I got, this is I don't know what this is, 1/4 inch thick balsa wood. It could be 1/8 inch thick. It doesn't really matter what you have here. This isn't really that important, this piece, just as long as obviously it's this shape here. So however you choose to build it, go ahead and make 2 of them if you're making an operating car, and then we'll get them inside here. Okay, I got my center slope sheets cut out, got one mounted in there, and what I've done is I've just marked the center of the bottom there, and where it goes is that this ledge that we've created here by making this stick back 0.2 inches. We're going to put this centerpiece, so I get that image just right here. This is going to go down inside the car and sit on top of that piece like that. And then of course you're going to get it level. And so just go ahead and use some of the, again, the gel control. Get some glue on there. Get it centered up on there. And get those pieces in there. And then we'll, the next step then we're going to do is we're going to put the styrene sheets in there, and that would finish the basic car body. And then we'll work on the doors after that.